What is good, peasants? My name is JB, and we are back here today with our Week 8 team builder for the PCL. This week we are taking on our good pal Garchomp the God in a rematch of our divisional game from Week 4, I believe it was. So you gotta play a rematch, so yeah, you know how I feel about rematches. They're a little bit silly, but you know, it's always fun to play our boy, so let's go ahead and get into his team. It's actually changed quite a bit since the last time we played. He's currently rocking a record of 3-4. -3, so he's still very much alive in playoffs. So this is definitely a game we need to try and win, just to you know, further secure our not only our winning record but as well as a playoff spot and whatnot. So still a very important game. His team has changed quite a lot, like I said. So let's go ahead and get into it. He still has a Celesteela with Z moves, the Decross with the Primarina. He now has a Rotom Heat, Aerodactyl, Palossum with Z moves, Tyranitar, Buzzwole, Zoroark, Whimsicott, and Mega Garchomp. So his team's changed quite a bit. He did not have the Rotom, the T-Tar, the Whimsicott, or the Garchomp last time we played. He had just for, you know, just to clarify for you the viewer, he had Galvantula, Zygarde 100, Gengar, and Amoonguss last time we played. So still same sort of team in terms of like types and I guess like roles that they fill on a team, but definitely different mons and definitely still a scary squad. He does have like a lot of double typings, which always tends to be a thing on Austin teams. Like he has double rock, he has double dark, I believe. Yeah, he has double rock, double dark. Yeah, it's an Austin team, so it's got a lot of double typings. I don't know how he always ends up with teams like that, but it is what it is. But yeah, let's just go ahead and get into the squad. Give shouts to Dorian and I believe Spedshed was in call while we were building. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into the team. First off, we have Darkseid and Mega Gyarados with Dragonlance, Ice Fang, Waterfall, and Crunch. This is the exact same set, the exact same spread we brought to the last game because it still just absolutely destroys his team. We have 244 speed with Joy Nature, which allows us to outspeed a potential max speed Buzzwole, because I do know Austin is quite fond, excuse me, of Scarf Buzzwole. And it can set up on a lot of things on his team. It can set up a Celesteela, it can set up a Palosswine, it can set up on Aerodactyl, barring Taunt, it can set up on the Crossma. It just sets up on a lot of things, and if I can get a +1, it kind of just kills all the things, because the things that on this team that are, you know, fat and sort of wall-ish Pokemon, Mega Gyarados is strong against like the Crossma, Palosswine, Celesteela to some extent. The Celesteela is the one thing that I don't OHKO on his team. I'm pretty sure I don't think I OHKO Buzzwole either, but yeah, this thing just puts in a ton of work against his team and is really a no-brainer. It was really helped in prep. Like, you know, do we really need to try, or do we just go ahead and bring the exact same set because it still destroys his team? Yeah, let's do that. Screw building. So next up, remember how last game I said I probably should have brought Empoleon as my Primarina switch in? This time we're bringing Empoleon as a Primarina switch in. We have 3 attack Sugar Berry. In Stealth Rock we have Flash Cannon, Ice Beam, Scald, and Stealth Rock. Max HP, a little bit of Fizz Def, and 212 Calm Nature Spadef. We have speed for no speed T-Tar, just a little bit in case he wants to, you know, run no speed T-Tar. Don't really expect him to, but the EVs didn't really help anywhere else, so yeah. And funnily enough, the 28 defensive EVs actually allow us to live 1 Adamant Drain Punch from Buzzwole, so that's a cool little roll that we, you know, just left a little bit of defense in there, and we managed to live a hit, so yeah, it's pretty swell. And yeah, it's just here mainly, we just shoved the rest in Spadef as a Primarina switch in. Flash Cannon, if he's not Assault Vest, is I believe a 3-hit KO because Empoleon is naturally strong, and if he's not Assault Vest, Primarina is not exactly the thickest of things. It doesn't have the best HP stats, so it's a 1v1 we can potentially win depending on whether or not he has coverage, like Hidden Power, Fighting, or Electric, or something weird like that. Anyway, moving on to the next mon. We do, in fact, have our Ukulele, the Tapu Lele, once again with a Choice Scarf, because why be creative when you could just kill everything with the moves that and outspeed everything? Like, why do anything else when you don't need to? But we have Moonblast, Psyshock, Thunderbolt, and Nature's Madness. We have speed for Scarf Rotom, and it's a super effective button. Moonblast plus Psyshock literally destroys this man's team. Like, there's no reason to not bring anything else. The only thing it doesn't really destroy is Celesteela, which we have Thunderbolt for. And then we have Nature's Madness as a way to just annoy stuff like the Celesteela on a switch in if it's not really doing all that much, or if I just feel like I wanted to click Nature's Madness against something. So yeah, we have that. We have Psyshock instead of Psychic Hit that we brought last time in case he is a Sylvester Primarina, which he was in our previous matchup. So we thought it'd just be a little bit better to hit Primarina from the physical side. So that's why we have Side Shock. Probably should have done that last game too, but we didn't. Next up, we have Dorian, the Zeraora with the Titanium Z. Finally bringing Z moves for the first time since week 1, I'm pretty sure. This is the first time we brought a Z move. So we have Plasma Fist, Volt Switch, Close Combat, and Hidden Power Ice. We have 156 Hasty Speed, excuse me, which is for Aerodactyl, and it's just here to fill its usual role of chipping stuff into range for the rest of the team or just cleaning late game. We decided to go Titanium Z, just basically because it hits everything neutral, and everything that it doesn't hit doesn't really want to take a Plasma Fist after. Like, the Crossbow doesn't really appreciate taking Titanium Z into Focus Blast. Same with Whimsicott, doesn't really appreciate taking that into Hidden Power Ice, so I can basically just hit everything with it, and it's just a nice little nuke for something like Zoroark or Tyranitar or Celesteela if it's in range. So yeah, just nice little tech there. Nothing really appreciates taking Titanium Z into follow-up move, though. There's really nothing else to talk about there. Next up, we have Oliver Queen, the Decidueye with the move Swords Dance, Haze, Spirit Shackle, and Leaf Blade. We have a pretty in-depth EV spread. We have max HP, 68 attack, 84 defense with an impish nature, 28 speed def, and 76 speed. This has speed for Necrozma, and I can go ahead and find the message real quick. Give me a second. It's gonna be a lot of scrolling, but there's literally a paragraph of hits that this thing lives. It might not be here. I'm finding this just so you guys can see it. There's literally a paragraph of, there it is. There it is. Let me make sure you can see it. You can see most of it. Oh dear God, I full screened. There. Yeah, there's all the stuff it does. If you want to see more stuff that it does, then message Dorian. But yeah, there's literally a book of things that this set is meant to do. So yeah, there you go. Dorian went ham on that spread. I don't know why. He just went quiet for like a solid 10 minutes while we were building and came back with that. So yeah, shout out to Dorian for doing that. And then last but certainly not least, we have Night King Arcurum with an Icicle Plate. The moves are Ice Beam, Draco Meteor, Earth Power, Roost. And then we have Speed for Mega Garchomp, and again, it's just a plain and simple, super effective button. Decided to go Icicle Plate because why the hell not? It, gives us a little bit more chip damage on Celesteela without giving us Life Orb Recoil. Expert Belt doesn't really hit, I don't really hit a whole lot super effective with this thing, and I didn't want Life Orb Recoil. So I decided to just power up our Ice Beams a little bit because it's going to hit most things neutrally, if not super effectively. The only thing it doesn't hit, the only thing that outright resists is Primarina, I'm pretty sure. Piloswine technically, kind of, because of the whole thick fat thing. But yeah, it's basically, it's just going to click Ice Beam. It's going to do a ton to pretty much his entire team and outspeed the Mega Garchomp, so it gives us an out for that thing if it does get out of hand, which Mega Garchomp, pretty underrated IMO, but that's going to do it for the team. A little bit of a shorter one this week as it is a rematch, so not really a whole lot to talk about as, we've already played the man. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all in the game tomorrow. Peace.